I'm a parent carer for my daughter, who's now 37, my youngest daughter. She has cerebral palsy, which affects her mostly physically, but she has a degree of learning difficulties. And my wife and I, for many, many years, did a lot of therapies and supportive things with her to make the best of her life, because potentially it could have been quite limited as a disabled person. In '96, the direct payments legislation was coming in, and that was really the answer to everything that we needed to do. We really jumped on it as a way of bringing in the support that was needed to either to do things that we didn't have time or expertise to do, or to just spend more time doing things with her that we just couldn't afford any longer. Direct payments is something quite special, really. It's the only part of the legislation where a local authority is told, if somebody's eligible for support, you have to offer them direct payments. So nowhere does it say you have to offer them support from an agency, or you have to offer them support from local authority staff, or you have to offer them equipment. But it does say you have a legal duty to offer them direct payment. So it's really Welsh Government won't actually say it's their preferred option. But if you read the legislation and the codes of practice, it's very clear that it's the only thing that they say you have a legal duty to make that offer to people. I'm not sure exactly at what point we applied for direct payments for Gwynny, but I don't think it was flatly refused at first. I think there were probably delays and obfuscation. It didn't happen for about 3 years. We've gone from just employing a single PA for a few hours each day to theoretically we have a team of 7, which gives her 24/7 support. So literally she wakes in the morning at sort of 7:30ish. Her PA, who's been there all night in case she needs to get up, gets her up as soon as she wants to, and she just gets on with her life. And as I say, she's really busy. She needs a lot of physical support. So equipment, I mentioned equipment earlier on, and if you say equipment, then most people will think about sort of walking frames and bath aids and this sort of thing, all of which Gwynny needs. But the thing that she spends most time doing actually is writing letters, for which she needs a fairly high-spec computer. She needs a very high-spec noise-cancelling microphone. She needs very high-spec software. And my wife and I are on state pension, so we don't have access to funds to buy all that. And the legislation says if those are the things that you need, then this is what the direct payments package is for. We can't take that out of what she needs to pay her PAs, so it has to be extra on top of that. A lot of local authorities will say, oh no, that's computer equipment, that's way outside the remit of direct payments. But you don't have to be a rocket, whatever the term is, a rocket scientist, to understand that if you're looking at what a person needs to live the life that they want to lead, and that includes software and hardware, then that's what the legislation says that the local authority has to fund by way of direct payments or by direct grant. There is still this notion, not of social support, but of personal care. So the attitude that, well, you might be entitled to for somebody to help you get out of bed, help you shower, help you go to the loo, help you eat, help you get back into bed at the end of the day. but that really encompasses everything that you're entitled to from the local authority. And all the way through from 1996, the legislation, and more particularly the code of practice, are saying to local authorities, that's nowhere near enough. The whole point is that we want people who need support to be able to live a full and fulfilled life.